Welcome to English Now. Today, we have a very special session for you. Slow English practice, train your brain to speak naturally, think and speak naturally. This video is designed for people who already speak English well and want to take their skills to the next level. During this session, we will practice thinking and speaking in English naturally, without rushing. The goal is to help your brain connect ideas in English and form sentences smoothly, just like a native speaker. We will use slow, clear speech, and I will guide you through practical exercises, sentence by sentence, to improve your fluency and confidence. Start by listening carefully. Focus on the words, the rhythm, and the pauses. Try to repeat after me, matching the speed and intonation. Don't worry about perfection. The key is practice, repetition, and attention. We will begin with everyday situations: greetings, small talk, sharing thoughts, and expressing opinions. Pay attention to how sentences flow naturally. Think about the meaning, the structure, and how you would use them in real life. Now, let's start with a simple practice. Repeat after me. I usually start my day by having a cup of coffee and planning my tasks. It helps me feel ready and focused for the day ahead. Great. Take a moment to repeat it slowly, thinking in English as you speak. Feel how natural it becomes when you focus on meaning rather than translating from your native language. Next sentence. Sometimes, I like to take a short walk outside. It clears my mind and gives me energy to continue working effectively. Remember, the key is to think in English first, then speak. Avoid translating. Let your mind get used to forming ideas directly in English. Now try this one. When I meet new people, I enjoy listening to their stories and sharing my own experiences. Conversations feel more engaging when both sides are curious and interested. Slowly repeat, imagining yourself in that situation. Notice the flow of words, the natural pauses, and the intonation patterns. Next, let's practice talking about daily routines in a natural way. Repeat after me. I usually wake up around 7 in the morning. After that, I make my bed and prepare breakfast. It helps me start the day organized and calm. Take your time. Speak slowly and think in English as you form each sentence. Don't rush. The goal is to train your brain to form ideas in English automatically. Next sentence. After breakfast, I often check my emails and plan my work for the day. I make sure to prioritize the most important tasks first. Now, imagine yourself in a real-life scenario, at work, at home, or with friends. Try to picture the situation as you repeat the sentences. Here's the next practice. In the afternoon, I like to take a short break. I usually go for a walk or listen to music. It helps me feel refreshed and ready to continue my work. Repeat slowly, focusing on natural rhythm and intonation. Now, let's practice expressing preferences and opinions. Repeat after me. I enjoy reading books in English because it helps me improve my vocabulary and understanding of different writing styles. Think about why you enjoy. Form the sentence in your mind first, then say it aloud. I prefer spending time outdoors rather than staying inside all day. Being in nature makes me feel relaxed and more creative. Repeat slowly, imagining a real situation where you would use this sentence naturally. Now, let's practice sharing experiences and feelings. Last weekend, I visited a new restaurant in my city. The food was amazing, and the atmosphere was very welcoming. Think about how you felt, then say the sentence in English, slowly and clearly. I often try new activities during my free time. For example, last week I attended a painting class. It was challenging but very rewarding. Focus on forming the sentences naturally in English, without translating from your native language. Now, we'll practice giving advice or suggestions. If someone wants to improve their English, I recommend practicing every day. Listening, speaking, and thinking in English consistently makes a big difference. Repeat slowly, imagining you are giving advice to a friend. When learning new words, it's helpful to use them in sentences. This way, you remember them better and can use them naturally in conversation. Think in English first, then speak. Notice how your brain starts to connect ideas naturally in English. Now, let's practice describing situations and surroundings. The weather today is sunny, and the sky is clear. I enjoy walking outside when it's warm and bright. Repeat slowly, visualizing the scene in your mind. My favorite place to relax is the park near my home. I like sitting under a tree and reading a book while listening to the birds. Focus on natural flow, pauses, and intonation. Now, let's practice making plans and discussing future actions. Tomorrow, I plan to meet my friends for coffee. We will talk about our week and share some interesting stories. Repeat slowly, imagining the real-life scenario. Next month, I want to start a new hobby, like learning how to cook different dishes. It's exciting to try something new and improve my skills. Keep your speech slow and natural. Focus on thinking in English first. Now, let's practice reflecting on personal experiences and learning from them. Last year, I traveled to another city. I learned a lot about the culture, met interesting people, and improved my communication skills. Repeat slowly, visualizing your experience clearly. Sometimes, I make mistakes when speaking English, but I know that each mistake is an opportunity to learn and become better. Think about the meaning, then speak naturally. Now, let's practice talking about goals and motivation. My goal this year is to improve my fluency in English. I want to feel confident speaking in any situation. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself achieving that goal. To stay motivated, I set small challenges for myself. Completing them gives me confidence and helps me improve gradually. Focus on natural rhythm and sentence flow. Now, let's practice describing habits and routines in detail. In the evening, I usually relax by reading a book or watching a short video. It helps me unwind and prepare for a good night's sleep. Repeat slowly, thinking in English as you speak. I try to avoid using my phone before bed. Instead, I focus on relaxing activities that help me sleep better and wake up refreshed. Keep your speech slow, deliberate, and natural. Now, let's practice expressing opinions about general topics. I believe that learning English opens many opportunities. It allows people to connect with others and explore new cultures. Repeat slowly, imagining a real conversation. In my opinion, practicing English daily is more effective than studying for long hours once in a while. Consistency is the key to success. Focus on speaking naturally without translating. Now, let's practice sharing experiences with challenges and growth. Sometimes, learning English can be difficult, but facing these challenges helps me become more confident and skilled. Repeat slowly, forming the sentence in English first. I enjoy reflecting on my progress. Seeing improvement motivates me to continue learning and practicing every day. Now, let's practice describing people and personalities. My best friend is very kind and thoughtful. She always listens carefully and offers helpful advice. Repeat slowly, imagining a real conversation with your friend. My colleague at work is very organized and efficient. I often learn new strategies by observing how she handles tasks. Focus on natural intonation and pauses. Now, let's practice talking about feelings and emotions. When I achieve a goal, I feel proud and motivated. Success encourages me to keep improving. Repeat slowly, thinking in English as you speak. Sometimes I feel nervous before a presentation. but I remind myself to take deep breaths and stay calm. Focus on forming sentences without translating. Now, let's practice discussing experiences in learning or skill development. When I learn a new skill, I practice every day. Consistency helps me improve faster and gain confidence. Repeat slowly, imagining your own learning process. I often make small mistakes when learning something new, but each mistake teaches me a valuable lesson. Focus on natural flow and rhythm. Now, let's practice talking about travel and exploration. I love visiting new cities because I can discover unique cultures, try new foods, and meet interesting people. Repeat slowly, visualizing the experience. During my travels, I like to explore local markets and interact with residents. It gives me a better understanding of the culture. Focus on thinking in English before speaking. Now, let's practice discussing hobbies and interests. My favorite hobby is cooking. I enjoy trying new recipes and experimenting with different ingredients. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself cooking. Another hobby I enjoy is photography. Capturing special moments helps me appreciate the beauty around me. Focus on smooth and natural pronunciation. Now, let's practice expressing preferences and comparisons. I prefer reading books over watching movies. Reading allows me to use my imagination and understand the story in more depth. Repeat slowly, thinking about your own preferences. I enjoy working in a quiet environment rather than a noisy one. It helps me concentrate better and be more productive. Focus on natural flow of ideas. Now, let's practice describing past experiences. Last summer, I attended a workshop on creative writing. I learned new techniques and met people who share the same passion. Repeat slowly, imagining the experience vividly. When I look back at my past experiences, I realize how much I've grown. Each experience taught me something valuable. Focus on forming ideas directly in English. Now, let's practice giving advice and suggestions. If someone wants to improve their English, I suggest practicing speaking every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Repeat slowly, imagining giving advice to a friend. It's helpful to write down new words and use them in sentences. This makes them easier to remember and use naturally. Focus on smooth, natural pronunciation. Now, let's practice talking about future plans. In the coming months, I plan to start a new project. It's exciting to explore new opportunities and challenge myself. Repeat slowly, thinking about your own future plans. I hope to travel to another country next year. Experiencing different cultures helps me grow personally and professionally. Focus on thinking in English first, speaking second. Now, let's practice describing situations and events. Yesterday, I attended a concert. The music was amazing, and the atmosphere was full of energy. Repeat slowly, visualizing the event. During the event, I met some interesting people and had meaningful conversations. It was a very enjoyable experience. Focus on natural sentence rhythm and pauses. Now, let's practice expressing opinions about general topics. I believe that learning new skills is important for personal growth. It keeps the mind active and opens new opportunities. Repeat slowly, imagining a real conversation. In my opinion, sharing knowledge with others is very rewarding. Teaching helps us understand concepts more deeply. Focus on forming ideas in English before speaking. Now, let's practice talking about challenges and overcoming them. Sometimes, challenges seem difficult, but they teach us resilience and problem-solving skills. Repeat slowly, thinking about a challenge you have faced. When I overcome a challenge, I feel proud and more confident in my abilities. It motivates me to keep moving forward. Focus on speaking naturally, with clear pauses. Now, let's practice describing daily habits and routines in detail. In the morning, I like to start with stretching exercises. It helps me wake up and feel energized for the day. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself doing the routine. I usually plan my day in advance, setting small goals. This helps me stay organized and productive. Focus on natural, flowing English. Now, let's practice sharing experiences and reflections. Looking back at my week, I notice the progress I've made. Reflecting helps me improve and plan better for the future. Repeat slowly, thinking in English as you speak. Sometimes, I take time to relax and enjoy small moments. It helps me maintain balance and focus on what matters most. Now, let's practice talking about personal achievements. Recently, I completed a challenging project at work. It required focus and dedication, but the results were very satisfying. Repeat slowly, imagining the situation clearly. I also set a personal goal to read more books this year. Achieving small milestones motivates me to continue learning. Focus on thinking in English first, speaking second. Now, let's practice describing feelings and emotions. When I help others, I feel happy and fulfilled. Making a positive impact gives me a sense of purpose. Repeat slowly, forming the sentence naturally in your mind. Sometimes I feel stressed when I have many tasks to complete. Taking short breaks helps me regain focus and calmness. Focus on smooth, natural pronunciation. Now, let's practice talking about habits and routines in detail. In the evening, I like to prepare a healthy meal. Cooking helps me relax and focus on something creative. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself cooking. After dinner, I often take a short walk. It helps me digest food and clear my mind before going to bed. Focus on natural sentence rhythm and intonation. Now, let's practice sharing experiences about learning. When I start learning something new, I try to understand the basics first. This makes it easier to progress and gain confidence. Repeat slowly, forming the sentence directly in English. Practicing regularly helps me improve faster. Consistency is more important than long hours of studying occasionally. Focus on thinking in English first. Now, let's practice describing social interactions and conversations. When I meet new people, I try to listen actively and show genuine interest. It makes conversations more engaging and meaningful. Repeat slowly, imagining a real-life interaction. I enjoy sharing my experiences with friends. Talking about different perspectives helps me understand the world better. Focus on natural flow and smooth pronunciation. Now, let's practice expressing opinions and beliefs. I believe that being curious is essential for personal growth. Asking questions and exploring new ideas helps us learn continuously. Repeat slowly, imagining you are in a discussion with someone. In my opinion, reading books is one of the best ways to improve knowledge and vocabulary. It also helps develop critical thinking skills. Focus on speaking naturally without translating. Now, let's practice talking about future plans and ambitions. Next year, I want to take a course to improve my professional skills. Learning new things is always exciting and rewarding. Repeat slowly, thinking about your own goals. I hope to travel to different countries and experience new cultures. Traveling broadens my perspective and gives me inspiration. Focus on natural sentence flow. Now, let's practice describing environments and surroundings. The park near my home is peaceful and quiet. I enjoy walking there and observing nature. Repeat slowly, visualizing the scene. The library I visit often is calm and well organized. It's a perfect place to focus and study without distractions. Focus on smooth pronunciation and natural pauses. Now, let's practice talking about challenges and problem solving. Sometimes, challenges at work or school can be stressful, but approaching them step by step helps me find solutions effectively. Repeat slowly, forming ideas in English before speaking. When I face a difficult situation, I try to stay positive. Thinking clearly and calmly allows me to make better decisions. Focus on natural intonation and rhythm. Now, let's practice sharing personal reflections and thoughts. Reflecting on my day helps me understand what went well and what I can improve. It motivates me to grow continuously. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself thinking about your day. Sometimes I write down my thoughts in a journal. Writing helps me clarify my ideas and remember important lessons. Focus on speaking naturally and smoothly. Now, let's practice talking about hobbies and interests in detail. I enjoy painting in my free time. Expressing creativity through colors and shapes is very relaxing and satisfying. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself painting. Another hobby I love is cycling. It keeps me healthy and gives me an opportunity to enjoy nature. Focus on thinking in English first, speaking second. Now, let's practice describing experiences with friends and family. Last weekend, I had a picnic with my family. We shared stories, laughed a lot, and enjoyed the beautiful weather. Repeat slowly, visualizing the experience clearly. Spending quality time with friends helps me feel connected and happy. I always look forward to these moments. Focus on natural flow and sentence rhythm. Now, let's practice expressing opinions about habits and lifestyle. I believe that maintaining a balanced lifestyle is important. Eating well, exercising, and resting properly improve overall well-being. Repeat slowly, imagining your own routine. In my opinion, taking time to relax and enjoy hobbies is essential. It prevents stress and helps maintain motivation. Focus on speaking naturally and thinking in English. Now, let's practice talking about learning from mistakes. When I make mistakes, I try to see them as opportunities to learn. Every challenge teaches me something valuable. Repeat slowly, forming the sentence clearly in your mind. Learning from past experiences helps me improve and make better decisions in the future. Focus on smooth pronunciation and natural pauses. Now, let's practice describing routines with specific details. In the morning, I like to start with light exercises. It energizes me and prepares me for the day. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself performing the routine. After exercising, I usually have a healthy breakfast. Eating well gives me focus and strength for daily tasks. Now, let's practice talking about simple daily actions. I usually drink a glass of water right after waking up. It helps me feel refreshed and ready for the day. Repeat slowly, imagining yourself doing it. I like to listen to music while working. It keeps me focused and motivated throughout the day. Take a moment to repeat slowly, thinking in English. Now, let's practice sharing a short experience. Yesterday, I went for a walk in the park. The weather was pleasant, and I enjoyed the fresh air. Repeat slowly, visualizing the scene. I also spent some time reading a book. It helped me relax and learn something new at the same time. Finally, remember, practicing slowly and thinking in English is the key to speaking naturally. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more English practice. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and your fluency will improve every day. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next session on English Now.